Empire versus Alliance game earlier. I really wanted to cast that, but unfortunately wasn't meant to be. So I'm going to hop us back into the Dota client. There we go. So, right, let's have a very quick look at the looks. So, game one did go in favor of Cloud9. It looks like they just had two big cores that were just pushing through. We do have Alliance ban out the Batrider and the Ember Spirit, and Cloud9 banning out the Ancient Apparition and the Naga, and we get a first pick Lycan coming out from Cloud9.
Oh boy.
So, yeah, so this is one of the hated heroes in pubs at this moment in time. One of the few heroes in the game that not only can do just man mode against your Rex at really early point, but then again, most heroes don't exactly do very well 1v1 against him. You know, if he gets a Necro Book early enough, I mean, he's going to get burst down. Or they're going to get burst down.
Another advantage Lycan is of how powerful Howl is and how much damage it can add to a team in a team fight. Yeah, especially if he gets those early levels, it really can contribute a retarded amount of damage.
Yeah, it really is. It really is high. I mean, that Howl is, you know, it's 50 global hero damage. So, I mean, talk about, like, you know, a hero with global capabilities. And keep in mind as well that 30% bonus damage and that 30 attack speed. If you get something like a Doom, and then you eat the Alpha Wolf Aura, and you've got a Lycan nearby, that Lycan's could be hitting so hard with like a Vlad's alone. But enough about the Lycan, everyone loves seeing this hero. Well, not in pubs, but in pro games we do. Alliance do pick up with an Invoker and a Chen, so it's going to be a S4 mid hero on the Invoker. Chen is going to be, I believe it's Arcade. Arcade's the Chen player, isn't he? It's not EGM.
I actually don't know that. I think so it is.
I think it's Arcade, so... And then we do have Cloud9 picking up Puck! That wasn't highly pitched enough. Puck! There we go. So, and we do have Cloud9 picking up the Puck. I love seeing Puck. I don't know, did you manage to catch I don't know if you caught me streaming the... Was it EG versus... I can't remember. It might have been EG versus Cloud9 actually. And I think that they rang Axe against Puck, and it worked incredibly well. Like, it worked so well.
I heard about that game, but I really wanted to see that, but I had something to do at the time.
It's one of those games that is definitely worth going back to see because, I mean, you know, if you can man mode against the Puck, he doesn't do enough damage, especially if you get that stout shield. If Axe gets one whirl off, that's pretty much the ability of a Puck used anyway in terms of damage. And then if you try to retreat away from him, guess what? You throw out the orb, he's going to taunt you. And even like a second and a half is more than enough if you time it right to get the kill on that Puck. So it was a really unconventional counter, but it's what I really did enjoy seeing. So I don't know. I want an Axe again. I love seeing Axe in pro games. I think he's a really well balanced hero now. And you know, I mean, his ulti is the definition of a snowball effect hero.
Yeah, I want to with the buff to Berserker's Call. Now that giving it even longer early duration, he really just can snowball much easier because they're a lot more reliable to disable.
Yeah, Axe just got better overall. Like, his mana cost got significantly reduced. So, you know, if you get like Arcane Boots early on him, I normally end up going Tranquil's Arcane, so if you get Arcane, there's no problem. But enough about Axe. I don't think we're actually going to see him in this game. I'd love to, but I don't think it's going to be the case. We do.
One can believe.
Yeah, one can hope for it. We do have Luna and Centaur being banned out from Cloud9, too big. Luna being a really great late game carry, and Loda does like that. And we do have the Visage and the Doom bringed out. Doom, another one of his heroes where he fits in really well as like a core 2, core 3 hero, and he always does well, like regardless of farm, because you can always pick up farm with that Devour anyway. And of course, the Doom is really effective against, you know, he's the ultimate counter. He counters any hero in the game with that Doom. But then we get probably one of my favorite supports picked up. It is the Dazzle. I love this hero. I like I said, he hasn't even been changed significantly, but professional teams have started to see the worth of how powerful this Dazzle can be in team fights. So, love the pick. Love seeing the plays.
I mean, Dazzle's Poison Touch, just even at level 1 now, ever since they added the mini stun to the initial cast, is at least, you know, reliable at some point. And the power of Shallow Grave and Shadow Wave just by themselves can be obscene in team fights, especially if a Shadow Wave just hits, like, has multiple targets surrounding it, one person, through the 6-second cooldown. And I don't even have to describe this ability. It's Dazzle in a nutshell. It's just so powerful.
Yeah, I mean, it is really good. It gives you massive vision. It's a long cast range. It's up 60% of the time with that 24-second cooldown. 24-second duration with a 40-second cooldown. Cheap mana cost. It's basically after at max rank after 3 seconds or 4 seconds, you've got a Desolator effect against an enemy team, and the same amount buffing your team instead. And like you said, the mini stun at level 1 really good, and The Shadow Wave is really good in the laning stage as well. If you get a melee hero who comes in to get a last hit, that's 80 damage. You know, add on, 3 targets. That's about 240, I believe, and that's physical damage.
Yeah.
So against low armor targets like a Doom, he's going to take the full damage of that, and that is atrocious damage at the early stages. So a good Shadow Wave can be defining in a team fight, just in some, not in the heal, but the damage output of it. And Cloud9 go for a, a more typical support, kind of defensive, kind of aggressive, sort of an all-rounder in the Crystal Maiden there.
Has Medallion been picked up on Dazzle at all, or is it just hard support completely?
I think you do see Medallion picks, just because it makes it easier to do the Roshan as well. So he's got a fantastic last hit animation. He's got great last hit damage. And I cast a game yesterday where we had Dazzle as part of an offensive tri lane, and the poison touch at early ranks plus Dazzle's auto attack, it's really powerful. So shouldn't underestimate Dazzle as part of either a dual lane or a tri lane. He just does so well. In fact, even 1v1s pretty damn well.
Like another thing is once a poison touch is maxed, it's one of the most obnoxious abilities to face.
It's spammable
because
as well.
Of
7 seconds.
Yeah,
and it lasts
it has a
for
10.
about
It has a
7.
10-second.
It was 10 second
Yeah,
duration.
it has a. Yeah, I don't actually understand what it means by set time.
That's
guess
the amount of time it takes for the respective abilities to kick in. So at level 1, you get a 33% slow for 3 seconds. At level 2, it's a 33% slow for 2 seconds, then a 60% slow for 1 second.
Oh yeah.
So basically, it means the amount of time over which the effects on the various ranks happen.
Oh yeah, and then the damage occurs for the 10 seconds total.
Yeah, but the duration, the damage is for 10 seconds, and that's a lot. That is 32 times 10, 320 physical damage, which goes really well with, of course, how Weave works. We do have an Nature's Prophet picked up from Alliance as well, so Admiral Bulldog, Rat Doto incoming, guys. So
oh, we got Sing Sing Gun back on that TA.
He's played. This is the 3rd time in a row I've seen him play this hero. The 3rd time in a row I think he's played this hero now, and he's won both matches so far. And one of those heroes that's fallen out of current plays because just because of how aggressive a lot of heroes are in these early fractions of the game. Those refraction charges don't really mean that much in the grand scheme of things. But I really do like TA, a really nice sort of, I wouldn't say it's worthwhile putting her as a slot 1, but she makes a very decent slot 2. With an equal amount of farm, she man-modes very well against other carries as well.
Yeah, the one thing I'm worried about is that against Invoker, if it's probably going to be a Quaswex, because let's be honest, that's all that's played nowadays. Tornado removes refraction in total, and just by that, it completely neuters her power to like man fight.
It's also you don't get Cold Snap. The Cold Snap doesn't mini stun you when you got those refractions up, so you get a small amount of defense there. But the EMP is still really good against TA as well, because that hero has no survivability, no slows, no escapes without any mana. So I think you're right. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Quaswex. I think it has better. I think against what Cloud9's doing with this Lycan, I think they're going to want to push. Nature's Prophet's got a bit of counter push, but a Quaswex, if you land an EMP on at least 2 heroes, they're not going to want to push anymore. And whoa, this is a rare pick. I mean, this is a load of PA.
Yeah, I think PA didn't actually get picked at all in 6.79, or at least hasn't been picked in 6.8 yet.
No,
so this may be
I don't know if there has been like in any of the pro games sort of cast so far, but this is a very rare pickup, and this is one that Loda did like to play. I mean, he had the custom set made after him with that really badass scythe, so.
I wanted to get that set, but I don't have that much disposable income.
I don't end up playing PA that often as well, which is a sad thing, but PA did get some pretty big buffs. The Stifling Dagger can now crit, and that is a lot of damage of that crit. It's like 400 at max rank coup de grace.
Well, it's halved on heroes, but still, like, just
90 with 4.5 times crit.
I think it's
a large amount. And it's pure as well, so it's not physical. So if you crit, it does do about you're literally about 450 pure damage. That's such a good nuke, which is quite spammable.
405.
Yeah, 405. So that's a large amount, and
that's the same. That's a little bit more damage than a max damage Test of Faith.
And Coup de Grace got buffed as well. Went from I believe 200, 300, 400 to 250, 350, and 450. So this is like alongside Axe, a real RNG to win hero, but she is completely unreliable in how she plays. So if you man mode against somebody like Lycan and you don't get a crit in like 4 or 5 hits, it's going to be disastrous. But if you get like 2 crits in a row, that Lycan will drop, no matter how much backup he has. And we do have Shadow Shaman picked up for Cloud9 as well. So this guy's seeing a bit more love in the recent times. Another hero, people going, you know what? He's got a built-in Cypher Vice. He's got a nice shutdown. He can push well. And he does nice team fight damage. So I'm happy to see Shadow Shaman picked up a lot more these days as well, but he doesn't do well as somebody who doesn't get that much farm. You know, he needs. I say that Shadow Shaman needs like Blink Dagger, like to come online because to be able to get his instant Blink Hexes and Shackles will be. You know, if you can use it against someone like Loda before he has a chance to pop a BKB, that could be really decisive. Or even somebody like Dazzle.
Well, what Cloud9 is probably going to be trying to do is they're just going to try and get hit 6 on the Shadow Shaman and get Lycan farm, and then they're just going to immediately start pushing down as many towers as they can in hopes that way Shadow Shaman will be able to get some money for himself from that, and they'll be able to just push them down, especially because of the Phantom Assassin pickup is really risky against this because she's effectively useless until she gets some farm in her.
Yeah, exactly that. Now, like I said, I don't know, it feels like it's you know, Alliance are basing their chance of winning this game on.
Oh, you were right, it's an Ake Chen.
It is Arcade Chen, okay, so it is Arcade Chen indeed. But like I said, like I said, you're just like you're rolling a 6-sided dice and you're hoping for a 5 or a 6, like with this game for Alliance right now, because PA does carry really well with those crits. But I've had a PA game before where I didn't crit like 7 times in a row, and you just feel I'm so lackluster on this. Like this hero is so lackluster, and she doesn't get that big spike damage. It does make for exciting plays though. That's one thing I'm gonna say.
I enjoy how Ake's scythe is in fact autographed by Loda. I mean Loda is autographed by himself. How do I say Ake? You know, he wants his own scythe to be very special.
Oh yeah, autographed by Loda. Oh yeah, I do. I love the look of that. That's the Loda set, isn't it? That's the full set.
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
Does that have unique attack animations?
Yeah, it does. I mean, it completely changes how the hero works, so it does. It's a legendary scythe too. I'm pretty sure all legendary things just have animation changes. Like I know the legendary mount for Luna does.
Yeah, I like heroes like Juggernaut. Like what is it? The Adachi completely changes moveset and looks like a lot more badass as well. So I like that.
And Bulldog still has his ban Earth Scythe of Ice.
Oh no way!
He really doesn't want to get a name tag change for that.
Maybe he still believes in. I miss Earth Spirit. Like and if you a few of the people here, I don't know if you played with Dangerice when.
No, that was all Bear. That was all Bear.
Yeah, nah, so our good friend Bear Hands, one of my IRL friends who lives about 10 minutes away from me, he exclusively played Earth Spirit back when Jirax started playing him as well, and he literally only played him and got to like 4.2 ranked MMR, and you know, my friend Bobby didn't play for ages, so he carried himself to the high brackets of that hero, but I think they over nerfed him. I think that, you know, it was a bit too much of a beat with the nerf stick there. He just doesn't seem. He doesn't seem like he's good as a core anymore. He seems good as like a slot 4 rather than like somebody you put farm on, which is a shame because I liked seeing that big playmaker.
I mean, Earth Spirit's like that, like, you know, that older brother that beats you up a bunch and makes you cry, but you miss him at the end of the day anyway.
Yeah, I think that's a very good throw too, actually. Well done. Wait, why is that Dazzle missing hair on my screen? No, he's not. He just bald on the top. I don't like that. I like seeing him hair from his forehead. Have you noticed that C9 into the jungle and they have taken out 2 of Chen's camps, a hard camp and a medium camp as well.
I'm a little disappointed in EGM not having the Desolator for Dazzle.
They can't see this ward, so they have got their instincts in the right place. They just can't see it.
Oh, that ward positioning.
That's gonna piss Chen off a lot. Oh, he does find a ward. That's 50 gold for free to Chen. Space Mage.
Yeah, but he's completely out of sentries now.
They didn't cast this one off. That sentry, nah, he's not gonna find this. So that's a shame. That's gonna be 2. Is that still gonna be 2 camps blocked off? No. It does. The bottom right one is free. Oh, looks like Paladin is actually man-moning up against Bulldog, but Bulldog's going to win in the prolonged fight just because of the damage in the treants as well.
No.
But let's introduce our teams. I'll introduce in C9 for this match. So we do have Bone7 up top on the puck, off-lane puck. That leaves Sing Sing in mid on the Templar Assassin. Aoi 2000 is going to jungle it up as a Crystal Maiden. Pilot